The Toyota Camry is one of the best-selling vehicles in the United States, and Toyota has just released a brand new version. Say hello to the 2025 Toyota Camry. We are here bringing you a very early walk-around look. We are among the first people outside of Toyota to see this vehicle in person, so I am really excited to show you around and talk to you about it. So we have two versions of the Camry here for you today to look at. We've got the sporty XSE that you see right here in this nice gray finish, and then we have the XLE, which is the more luxurious, sort of softer looking version over here in blue. I'm going to start off with the XSE. I think it's my personal favorite here. Right here from the front end, you can tell on both vehicles that Toyota really saw the positive reception on the new Prius. You have the very same angular, almost boomerangy headlights here. They look fantastic with the kind of pointy nose here. Each version of the Camry is going to get a different grille. So you're seeing two of those here on the Camry. So the XSE is going to have this nice body color here. I think it looks really nice when finished here in the gray. The XLE is going to have this kind of dark gray finish with a very different look too. Instead of these hexagons here, you kind of have these diamonds here on the side and then kind of these bars. I was never a big fan of the XLE Toyotas in the past, but I think they've done a really nice job here with this one, making it look a little sportier than it has in the past. But the XSE, this is going to be the really sporty one. As you can see, we have black wheels, we have a black roof, and a black mirror cap as well. That is something Toyota has almost sometimes reserved on nightshades and stuff like that. They have done this on XSE before, but it does give me that kind of nightshade blackout vibe that I just think is really cool. Here around the back, you're also going to have a black spoiler, and as you can see down here, you have a little dual exit exhaust only on the one side. Now, the interesting thing that you'll see here is the HEV hybrid electric vehicle badge that a lot of Toyotas have if they are a hybrid vehicle. And you also see that it is all-wheel drive. So the Camry debuted with all-wheel drive in the previous generation, but you could only get that on the gas 4-cylinder. Now you can get all-wheel drive on the hybrid for the first time ever. And for the first time ever, the Camry is only going to be sold as a hybrid. So we have a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with a direct drive unit here going to front wheel drive or all-wheel drive. If you get all-wheel drive, it's going to have an electric motor sending power to the rear axle. So 225 horsepower is going to be standard. 232 is what you get if you add all-wheel drive. So that is not as powerful as the current V6 model, but it is a little bit more powerful than the current hybrid model. Look to see if Toyota does maybe a Camry Prime to replace that V6. I think that would be really exciting, and then we'd have that high horsepower number that we would get from the V6 Camry. We also have a completely updated interior. One thing that we saw on the previous generation Camry was this crazy red interior. Obviously, that worked really well for Toyota, so they've carried it over to this new model. We've got heated and ventilated seats here on this XLE model. We also have a panoramic sunroof, which I think is a really nice touch as well. This does feel like really nice leather as well. You're going to get an 8-inch screen here on the SE and LE models, but the XSE and XSEs are going to get this larger 12.3-inch display. Same Toyota infotainment system that we see in other cars. You get a 7-inch screen here, but this is upgraded to the 12.3-inch screen because it's an XSE. And we also have a head-up display. You can see the little pod for it there. That is, I believe, a new option for the Camry as well. We do have a ton of standard features here. I mentioned heated and ventilated seats on the XSE. Obviously, the lower trims will not have that. I like this kind of knurling pattern here on these air vents. We do have a wireless charger standard on Camry. That is really nice. We do have our USB-C ports and a regular USB in case you haven't switched over to USB-C yet. We've got this cup holder console, a nice amount of storage space in here. Nicely deep armrest as well. Very familiar shifter that we've seen from Toyota in the past. We do have a few buttons here for Eco, Normal, Sport. We have the EV mode, that's only going to get you a handful of miles. And we do have a very new design steering wheel. This is very similar to what you get in the Toyota Crown. We also have the upgraded JBL audio system here on this XSE. And now let's go ahead and check out the XLE because it is very different, as I've mentioned. I've already talked about the front end. The wheels are very different as well. You see we have that two-tone finish versus the all-black finish. We have a single color. We don't have any spoiler around there in the back. Now the feature content is going to be pretty similar here, not identical. There are a few differences between the XLE. You'll notice in material choice. So we do have the full leather seat here, but we do have a little bit of Dynamica. It's this like really nice cloth here, just on the edges, not too much cloth, but I think it adds just a nice differentiation here. We also have more of this Dynamica stuff all over the doors with this nice quilting pattern. I'm worried about this lighter color maybe getting a little bit dirty, but we'll see about that. But it does look absolutely gorgeous, I should say. And that does continue all the way here on the dash as well. And then as you can see, not a whole lot different here on the XLE. Pretty much all of the same features that you're going to get there, which is not a bad thing. Although this is a lighter interior, mainly due to that color. I'll also show you the rear legroom, which is pretty strong on this Camry. We do have a decent amount of legroom here. You can see I wasn't in my driving position, but I still have plenty of legroom back here. We also have air vents. Those are standard on Camry, and we do have some USB-C ports below that as well. So it is nice that they do put the air vents in here as standard on all of the Camrys. And last but not least, we'll check out the trunk space. We've got the trunk release, which is not working. Remember, these are pre-production prototypes. Trust me, they will work when it comes out. We do have the button in there to activate. As you can see, the trunk lid goes all the way up by itself. We do have a really nice wide opening here, making it very easy to load and unload objects. We do have our nice little pulleys right here. You can go ahead and pull those, and that'll drop down those rear seats so that you can get a little bit more storage into the interior as well. I am very excited to drive the new Camry next year, which is when these vehicles will go on sale. As I mentioned, there is going to be the SE, LE, XSE, and XLE. We do not have pricing information on them yet, so stay tuned for more information about that. But let me know in the comments what you think of the new 2025 Toyota Camry. As always, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell to be alerted of our latest videos. I'll see you next time.